and he would certainly know I'm a bigger bastard than him. I'm very cunning than him, and he would know when to shut up. But the point is,
So, I just wanted to share you an incident which happened today evening in office call. So we got a new manager. His name is, so he was new to our project, and it's been third day we got connected. So today they were speaking about there is a call scheduled about shifting, day shift and night shift about work and all. So we joined the call, and one of the member in our team, that speaking in Hindi, and one of the member in the team told that two members from our team don't understand Hindi much. So could you please speak in English? And for that sentence, that manager replied something like, even I don't have Hindi as my second language in schooling, but I learned Hindi and I'm speaking Hindi now. It was something like it is degrading me. It is something like he was something like it's been 2 years you worked in Mumbai and you don't know how to speak Hindi. This is something like, Arey, why the hell should I learn Hindi to work in corporate? And something like he's sounding something like I'm not fit. It is
okay,
so
so here,
depressed.
I would like to ask you, I would like to interrupt and ask you. So were these his words that you are not fit to work, or you should have learned in Hindi in two years? Were these his words?
He sounded like I should have learned Hindi in 2 years and I should communicate with them in Hindi. He's
Okay.
expecting that from me.
Okay, so if I were to ask you, he sounded like what you just told me. You used words to tell me, what he may or he may not have said. What was that he said that made you feel that this is what he said?
The sentence he said that is, even I don't have Hindi as a secondary language in my schooling, but I learned and I'm speaking now. It sounded like, why can't you people learn and speak Hindi?
Okay, it sounded
In the span of 2 years. It sounded something like, the way he said it sounded like depressed, so depressed. So it is something like it is discouraging me in front of all the people in the office on the call. It is something like she don't know this. Something like that it felt. I'm so depressed.
Okay. So here are a few things which I would like to, ask and say. And one thing before I could, say on the whole thing, I would like to suggest you rather immediately to not use the word that you feel depressed. Being depressed is a whole different thing. Okay. So maybe you're just feeling a little bit dejected and you feel a little bit upset. I think you should limit to that. What is your shift time like? What is your shift time today? What was it?
11 to 8.
11 to 8. What time did this happen?
6 o'clock.
6 in the evening. Now it is 10:48 p.m. More than 3-4 hours. It should not bother you this long. But then if it is bothering you, this is not what I have to say. What incident you told me. So number one, like I said, I will ask a few things and I would say a lot many things. Did he ask where these two people are from, including you? Like, for him to say that Hindi was not his second language? Did he inquire why you do not know Hindi? Or did someone tell him that you are from South and that's the reason?
No, in this call he did not ask, or either no one told that we are from South.
Okay, so there could be two things. One, he must have already been told about the team, like how the team is, okay, who's from where and what is the expertise. Number one, that could be possible. Yeah, you're saying something.
Yes, I would like to interrupt. Yesterday night around 8:30, he got some doubt and he pinged me. So he was speaking in Marathi. Then I told him, sorry, I don't understand Marathi. Can you please speak in English? I'm from Andhra. I told
Okay,
him.
all right. Okay, great. So the whole conclusion which I was trying to reach at, for him to directly make a comment in what you told me, narrated, the whole incident, that Hindi is also not his second language, that is for sure that he is pre-aware, that he's already aware that you are not from Mumbai. Okay, and now this is the incident that you told me. Yesterday he came to know that you're from Andhra. So this is what I would like to say. Number one, okay, uh, first of all, could you tell me how long it's been in TC? More than 2 years, right?
2 years. Yes, more than 2 years.
2 years. Anywhere in your TC, be it offer letter, be it appointment letter, or be it your confirmation letter, have they mentioned you that whatever location you're being transferred or posted or allotted, if you complete 6 months, 7 months, 1 year, that you're supposed to know this language or that particular region's language? Is it a clause?
No.
It is not, right? Number one. Okay,
No.
you're sure on that, right?
Yes.
Perfect. So second thing, you're working for T. Sure, like I already know that you're working as in Salesforce, right? So you would
Yes.
have a certain client that you work for. It's a
Yes.
service-based company. Which client
Yes.
are you serving?
American.
American.
American client.
Is he a
Yes.
native? Is he from America itself?
Yes. Yes. Origin is America. Company's
So
origin
you
is America.
when you guys interact, when you as a company, I don't care if it is Ramesh or whoever it is, when T interacts with the client who is based in America, what language does communicate with him?
English.
Will he by any chance understand Hindi, Gujarati, Marathi, or your
No.
Telugu? No.
No.
Okay. So I would like to tell you and ask you first of all, before I tell, what did you reply to your manager when he gave this comment?
I was just silent because he's my manager.
Okay, let me put myself in your shoes. Okay, I always preach what I practice myself and what I have been practicing over the years. I'm not like those certified trainers who will speak something and they themselves do not do that and they expect their crowd to do it. Okay, this is what I have been doing. I just shared one incident, a few minutes back when I was speaking with Uniza about how that WhatsApp thing worked. So here's the thing: you are working in consultancy services. Okay, I don't care whether you're from Andhra Pradesh or you're from Nagaland. If I were to be your supervisor, if I'm part of your team and you're part of my team, the only language that I can, utilize is English. I'm supposed to do that because that is professional. We are in a business. Yeah, we are working in a corporate, and this is the language that I should use. English is a global business language. Number one. Now, your manager is telling you in return, if it is on record, please send it to me. If your manager is telling you that you should have learned X language, forget about Hindi or Marathi. Let's just suppose if you are from Andhra and you happen to work in Kerala and you should know Malayalam, you should have asked your manager that it is nowhere mentioned in your offer letter or your letter of intent or in your confirmation letter or appointment letter that you are supposed to know that particular region's language. Then who the fuck are you to tell me that by now I should have learned? Okay, number one, you should have questioned. The second thing which I would like to, also know is, I'm pretty sure you're using mails. I'm sure it must be on Microsoft Outlook or a similar application. It is Outlook itself. I'm pretty sure all the mails are exchanged in English.
Yes.
Number one. Okay. Number two, I would like to understand. Now it is locked down since almost a year now. But I'm pretty sure you were working in an office premises, right? Your office was based in here itself, right?
Yes.
So I'm pretty sure in your office when you used to take tea breaks or lunch break, you were able to order yourself a coffee, yourself a food, a papad, ice cream, whatever you wanted to feel like eating or drinking. I'm sure you were able to order that, right?
Yes.
And they served you coffee when you asked for coffee. They served you pizza when you asked for pizza. And you asked a guy to give you a pizza who may or may not even be literate. He may not have even cleared his 10th standard or 12th standard. That is questionable because he's working as a caterer and he's part of a catering team. So you bloody coming from Andhra Pradesh, and if you're able to fucking order a coffee for yourself from a guy who doesn't even understand English, and you do not understand Hindi, I think your job is being done. You're able to execute your job. Second thing, on an Outlook, I'm pretty sure the language which you're supposed to exchange emails must be for sure English. So I do not understand why you should know Hindi, or why I should know Malayalam after 5 years also, or after 10 years also, unless you're supposed to be in a field job. You know what a field job is? Let's just suppose you're supposed to, go on site, interact with clients, or go sell door to door. Then you're supposed to know that particular region's language. It will work wonders for you, isn't it? But then if you're not supposed to step out of your air-conditioned office, or now presently working from home, especially interacting with a guy who's based in America, I don't think so you should know any other language except English. I don't understand why did you not respond to your after this listening to this comment.
I just did not respond because he's my boss, he's my manager.
What did you say? He's your
Boss, he is my man.
okay. You're connected to me on Google Meet from your mobile phone, is it?
Yes.
Because I'm seeing you vertically, like not the whole screen. So I'm pretty sure. Could you go in your mobile messaging app and check for your recent salary message when you got a message from your company that they paid you? Could you read that, accept the amount and accept your account number, which I'm sure will be X'd out? But could you read out the whole message? What is written on that email?
I mean,
okay, let me just make it simple. Sonali, if you're getting my question, I'm sure you're getting already. Sonali, you get notified by SMS, right? What does that SMS read generally?
Salary credited or so and so amount. It is mentioned like that.
Who again? Could you repeat that last sentence? What is your manager's name? Does it say X amount in your account?
No.
Whoever is your manager, that he credited that money in his account.
no.
What does it say? I'm sure it says the same thing, that credited this many rupees in your account, isn't it?
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure this guy or whoever that other manager must have been, they must be getting the same message. Not paying you from your pocket. Understand, there's a difference in being an employee and acting like a slave. He is your manager. You're supposed to do things which is mentioned in your offer letter, nothing else except that. Nothing else except that. He's not paying you from his pocket for you to just listen shit. Yeah? Yes, Sonali. So if you are able to put across your point in a subtle manner, in a professional manner, okay, in case of Navya, like if you put across in a professional manner without being, discouraged, then he would be able to, listen to you and take it as a feedback. Okay. I'm furious when you are narrating me, and I'm more furious when you did not respond back. That's the reason I'm using the F words and so on. But then if I were to be at your place, I would not tell him, how the fuck you told me that I don't understand Hindi. I would go back very professionally that, Mr. So-and-so, may I request you to let me know if I violated any clause which I was not aware of, that I am supposed to know a regional language, where I, spend about a year or 2 or maybe 6 months. Would you please tell me? And he would certainly know I'm a bigger bastard than him. I'm very cunning than him, and he would know when to shut up. But the point is, you should know how to cross those things, how to raise your voice. You should not look totally against, but rather you should look like you're following a certain rule and you're very professional when you're doing it, right? So with that, coming back to the message is clear. You should not be discouraged. Okay, you should be discouraged if at all it was a point and a clause, and you are supposed to know the language, and if you do not know the language, then there is a problem. Then there is a problem in you. But when that's not a clause and you're able to work, complete your work, you're able to get things done for your client, you're able to order yourself a coffee in your office, I don't think so you should know any other language other than this business language called English. Right?
Yes.
And next time you do not give me this shit that he's my boss. He's not fucking paying you. He's getting paid. He's also an employee just like you. You're getting my point? He's part of the system. He's
Yes.
not. All right.